Now let's go ahead and start solving some inequalities. So with these, they're very similar to solving equations, but we have that inequality sign. So we're still going to be working on getting our variable by itself and getting the constant to the other side. In example number 1, we have negative 3y minus 6 is less than 3. We're going to solve this type of inequality the same as we would for an equation, where we're going to follow our rules of reverse PEMDAS to get that variable alone. So I'm going to start with my addition or subtraction, moving that over first. Right now I see this negative 6, so first I'm going to add 6 to both sides of the equation. So then on the left we're just left with that negative 3y, and then we are less than, and 3 plus 6 is 9. Now to get y by itself, we need to divide by negative 3. But when we're dividing an inequality by a negative number, we're going to switch that sign that's in the middle. So now instead of being less than, we're going to change that to greater than. So now we have y is greater than, and 9 divided by negative 3 is negative 3. So this is saying we want all of the values that are bigger than negative 3. So if we were to graph that, here's what it would look like. Maybe here's negative 3, and here's 0. It's strictly greater than, so we're going to have an open circle at negative 3, and we want those values to be increasing. We want everything that is bigger than negative 3. So there's the graph of this inequality. Let's look at the next one. Here we have 3x minus 3 is greater than 4x plus 2. Again, the goal is to get the variable to one side and the constant to the other. I'm going to subtract the 3x from both sides. So now on the left I have negative 3, greater than 4x minus 3x is 1x, or just x, plus 2. Then to get x by itself, I'm going to move this 2 over, so I'm subtracting 2. So now we have negative 5 is greater than x. If you prefer to have the variable on the other side, then you could also write it as x is less than negative 5. It doesn't matter which way it looks, as long as the arrow is pointing in the correct direction. Right? We want negative 5 to be bigger than x. That is true no matter which way we write it. So let's go ahead and graph that. Here's 0, here's negative 5. We want all of the x values that are smaller than negative 5. And we have a strictly greater than sign. So we're going to put an open circle at negative 5. And we want all of those values to be decreasing, so we're going to go to the left. Here are some more examples. We've got negative 4c less than or equal to 5c plus 58 all over 6. So just like if we were solving an equation, we're going to try and get that variable by itself, but it's in two different places right now, so we're going to have to move some things around. I'm going to start by getting rid of this denominator by multiplying both sides by 6. So now on the left, we have negative 24c, because negative 4 times 6 is 24, negative 24. Less than or equal to, and then on the right we're just left with 5c plus 58 because we got rid of that denominator. Now we need to put everything with c on one side, so I'm going to subtract 5c from both sides. So now we're at negative 29c less than or equal to 58. Then to get c by itself, we're going to divide by negative 29. But again, we're dividing by a negative number, so that's going to switch our sign in the middle. So we're left with c now greater than or equal to, and then 58 divided by negative 29 is negative 2. So now if we were going to plot, maybe here's 0, and here's negative 2. Since it's greater than or equal to, it's not going to be an open circle, it's going to be a filled-in circle at negative 2. And we want all of the values that are bigger than that negative 2, so we're going to increase our number, we're going to the right. Now on number 4, we're going to have some distribution we got to do. So before we start moving things to each side of the inequality, I'm going to distribute the negative 6 and distribute the 2. So when we do that, negative 6 times negative 4 is 24. V, negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. That's less than or equal to 2 times 10v is 20v, and 2 times 3 is 6. Now we can start moving things around. I'm going to subtract 20v from both sides. So now on the left we have 4v minus 18 is less than or equal to 6. Then we can add 18. So now 4v is less than or equal to, and 6 plus 18 is 24. And then we can divide by positive 4. When we're dividing by a positive, that sign is not going to switch. It's only when it's negative. So when we divide by 4, we get v is less than or equal to 6. Finally, we can graph this on our number line. So we've got 0 and 6. V is less than or equal to 6. So at 6, we're going to put that filled in circle. And we want everything that is less than or equal to that value of 6. And we're done.